What's going on, guys? Dakota back with another video, or I guess a live stream. I've been gone all December, right? Because I don't really trade December, but I really appreciate you guys that stuck with me through that time, and I hope you guys had a great holiday, great Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever you celebrate throughout those holidays. But really excited to be back on the chart and start doing this regularly. Now, if you guys are new, what I do on these live streams, I basically hop on the charts in the morning, give my overall look or overview for the week or the month, depending on what we're looking at, and take any suggestions. Like if anyone has a specific chart that they want me to go over, that they want someone to take a second look at, I go ahead, go through it. And we basically help each other out or show each other our analysis and then track it throughout the week and see how we do together. Now, if there is anything else that you guys want to go over, like you may want to know a little bit about my strategy, or even suggestions about the chat, like something that would be a whole lot more useful. I'm definitely open to suggestions. Don't be hesitant to reach out or anything like that. Pretty open to suggestions. So and also, if you have any pairs throughout any time that we're doing this, go ahead and type it in the live chat, and I will go over that after I finish the pairs that I'm going through. Okay, so like I said, we're first going to go through the three pairs that I'm paying attention to for this week, and I would ideally like to pay attention to these pairs for the entire month. And if you look on the right side, that's Euro JPY, GBP, USD, and Aussie New Zealand. All right. Bit rate 0. And let me make sure you guys can hear me real quick. Yeah, you guys should be able to hear me pretty good. So my primary pair for this week, and at least for the first half of this month, is going to be the euro yen. And basically my pre-month analysis is telling me that there's a high probability of this actually going down. So I'm going to be looking to sell this the entire time. It's a really nice setup, at least in my eyes and according to my analysis. So let's go ahead and break it down. Off the daily time frame, we kind of have this corrective movement moving up, which I consider an ascending channel in this situation. There's not really another pattern that I could form here other than a flat channel, and you could technically say the flat channel broke out and then prices coming right back in the flat channel, which honestly, like, if that is the case, I don't see that enough to determine that, and this is more structured for an ascending channel, so I went with that structure. I went with that pattern as opposed to the flat pattern. So we almost have a breakout here on the lower time frame. Should be clear on the 4 hour. See, price has broken the trend line here, but it hasn't really broken it very strongly. So this is an iffy area because could technically just be a nice little slip of the line, nice little fake out and coming back up to the top of it and possibly revisiting that monthly level. But our setup is there. Go down to the 1 hour. It is a 1 hour setup. We have an impulse coming down here. We have a flat pattern forming here. All morning, been waiting for price to scale back up to this zone, and it's come back up to this zone. So now within this zone, I'm actually looking for an entry pattern off of the 15-minute. And for those that don't really know my strategy, entry pattern at the base of it, you can call it an engulfing candle. Like basically waiting for an engulfing candle and entry here, and I'm looking for a 4-to-1 opportunity here for this sell. But my pattern hasn't shown up, so there's no entry. If I don't get that final confirmation, I'm not going to enter the trade and just going to wait for the next opportunity. Now, at least right now for this week, this is pretty much the only pair that 100% I'm going to enter. The other pairs, GBP USD and Aussie New Zealand, aren't necessarily lining up how I would like them to. There are possible reversal patterns, which I'll show you guys in a second, but Euro Yen definitely the strongest, has the strongest confirmation for me at least. Alright, so pound dollar is doing exactly what I would love it to do. Yeah, so let's go to the daily first and then show this. So basically on the daily time frame here, we have this ascending channel basically off the daily. It was a flag, but I don't consider it a flag once it's broken the previous high of a impulse. Start considering that channel at that point. You see we're at the top of the channel and we're at least approaching a daily level. Now once we go down to the lower time frame, we'll see confirmation that price could be potentially reversing here. I believe I saw it on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour time frame, we have this ascending channel, which is a reversal pattern, and price has actually broken that ascending channel right before we started this call. So this is exactly what I wanted. Waiting for price to now correct up to this level, and then I'm looking for a sell after that, and I would like to sell it down to the bottom of the channel. So that's about a 80 pip move, which is really nice. If I'm able to throw fibs on that, or when I'm able to throw fibs on that, SL shouldn't be too large. I'm not really expecting, with an 80, I'm not really expecting anything over 20, honestly, 25. Let's go to, this actually looks more like a, yep, definitely a 30-minute pattern that I'll be waiting on, and I'll be entering off of the 5-minute time frame. So pretty simple. And like I said at the beginning, if you guys do have any questions, like I said at the beginning, if you guys do have any questions or any pairs that you want me to go over, go ahead, message it in the live chat and we can go over that. And could someone just message in the chat for me to make sure that I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me. Because I remember when I first started doing these live streams in the middle of last year, I had a ton of problems because I didn't really know how to use this. But should be good. Thank you. Alright, so yeah, GU looks like a great setup as well. Like this setup, at least on the actual pair, looks beautiful. This is beautiful. This is perfect, honestly. I'm gonna go to the gym, come back, and that'll probably be about the time that this is probably ready to enter, at least after that pattern forms. And let me go ahead and draw it out so you guys can see what I'm looking for. That's ugly. We can make that a whole lot cleaner. Alright, basically just waiting for a pattern to form here, get into that zone and looking for a drop and targeting this area here. Alright, now let's go to the last pair that I'll be paying attention to for the month, which is Aussie New Zealand. Now Aussie New Zealand's kind of in a weird area. Not really too focused on this pair actually. I don't really care about this too much, or care about a move forming here too much. But basically what we have, I don't know if it's off the 4 or it's off the daily. Basically what we have here, if we're gonna oversimplify this, we had a trend line, right? Had a trend line, price broke the trend line, and if it broke the trend line, it's actually gonna turn around and become a bullish pair and scale back up to this monthly level. What we need is a bullish pattern to form here. So in order for a bullish pattern to form, we need price to retrace to one of our key levels, a kill zone area, right? So prices come to this equal high here, basically the high of the impulse, and looking for price to turn around and potentially form a flat pattern here. If not, price could even scale down further, and which I would prefer, and get to this grayish zone that I have here. Scale down further and form a flag, and I would look to enter there and for a possible buy nearing that monthly level. Okay. Hope all that makes sense. But for right now, since no structure has really been developed just yet, off of the 1 hour, really looking in these intraday time frames, and at this equal high, I'm looking for a reversal. We have a triangle here and looking for a breakout either up or down. And obviously from my markup, you can tell, really looking for it to move down. I would prefer it to move down. Break out of this triangle moving down, and then give me a correction to that level, and then possibly push to the bottom of the flat pattern there. But again, probably won't even take this opportunity. I'll probably just focus on GU and definitely EJ. Alright, and again, if you guys do have any pairs that you want me to go over, go ahead, message in the live chat, or if you have any questions, message that in the live chat so I can go over it. Alright, so I see Art is asking for Bitcoin. Now, I don't really trade Bitcoin, at least anymore. Really just focus on forex and indexes like NAS 100, S&P 500, and US 30. Oh, and DAX. I haven't traded DAX in a while though. And I'm saying that because I'm saying that to say that my analysis on Bitcoin is probably not going to be accurate because I don't back test it or test anything on that. And what? Jesus, at 36,000? Okay. Dang, y'all been putting in work on Bitcoin. Since when? October. Alright, so the whole world is apparently buying Bitcoin again. Obviously I haven't been in the Bitcoin news, so this is news to me. Made a completely new high. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, but like, don't buy into the hype. Don't buy into the hype. Definitely don't do that. Like, find your analysis. I say trade intraday on Bitcoin and just really be aware because you don't want to get screwed over. Because looking at how aggressive it is with Bitcoin, knowing Bitcoin, probably have another crash. Because you're going to start hearing people, it's going to go all the way up to whatever number they said a few years ago, 1 million or whatever. And then people are going to clean those people out and basically take their money, and then it'll go back up. And let me go ahead and explain this real quick. Like, you have to remember the basics in any given chart. Like, if there's a huge rally, you should always be looking for a pullback after that. And usually that pullback or that correction or that pattern is substantial to the fact that it's substantial to the length or the aggressiveness of that impulse that you had, right? So for example, see here on Bitcoin, we had this huge rally up, and then we had a very, very big pullback that lasted a pretty long time. Then we had another huge rally up, then we had another pullback. Okay, huge rally up, pullback, rally, pullback, and here we have one of the biggest rallies that we've ever had, but no pullback yet. So just be aware for that pullback, and I'd say look for signs of that actually forming. But don't try to catch it at the top. Wait for a solid signal. And honestly, that's where a lot of money will be made, at least for the skilled traders. Because like buying Bitcoin in these type of rallies doesn't really require any skill. Okay. So it looks like Bitcoin was the only one. Let's see if there's anything that I'm not paying attention to that might be a little interesting. Euro AUD looks really clean. It's basically, and this is just a quick overview, but basically just looking for this rally to continue a little bit further down, exactly to where my first target would be this area, at least on the larger scale of things. That would be my first target, and basically looking at that as the bottom of the ascending channel that formed here. Alright. And then something something very major, GJ. Looking for a major sell on GJ. Now, GJ didn't make my list because I've just been backtesting the pairs that I have on my active list more often recently, and I really want to test it out, especially this year with those pairs other than GJ. But GJ, really clean opportunity for a sell that I've been waiting on for a while, and for the people that know, or the people that are in the private section, you know about the divergence on this pair, at least on our other strategy. Yep. Anything else? Yeah, everything else looks kind of weak. I'm surprised nobody said gold. Every time I hop on here, someone says gold. But in gold, yeah, just rallying it up. Nothing too serious. Should be simple enough. Now, usually these calls, at least when I do them, they usually take about 30 minutes, or really, if I just went through what I went through, it took 10 to 15 minutes. But I want to stay on as long as possible, just so that everyone can get a chance to share what they want to share, if they have anything to share. But after this call, I will be hosting or doing a stream on Discord as well for people to be actually talk instead of type, because some people may be in a place where they can't really talk or can't really type, or something like that, or someone just wants to be more detailed with their questions. But before I log off, last thing I want to say on the live stream, the quote that I sent this morning is from Mark Douglas. And let me go to it so I can read it off. If you can't execute your trades properly, even when you perceive the most perfect opportunity, is because you have not released yourself from the pain contained in the memories of past trading experiences, and because you still don't trust yourself to act appropriately in any given set of conditions. If you did, there will be no fear or immobility. And that's from his book, The Disciplined Trader. I'm actually rereading it, and it's really, the things that he says in here are really insightful, and especially going back through it, knowing what I know now, or going through what I went through since the last time I read this. It's definitely more eye-opening, right? And it's going to allow you to capture some of the challenges that you face as you're going through your training journey, and be able to make adjustments so that you don't stick in that place for an extended period of time, like especially more than necessary. You don't want to be the person that's stuck stuck in the same place year after year. You want to have some type of growth every single year. You want to be able to say, okay, how can I, from myself in 2018 to 2019, how did I change? Am I still in the same place? Am I still using the same lot size? Have I backtested more? What results have I brought over the course of this year through my trading journey? Right? And the people that are serious about it are going to see that success, and the people that are just half-assing it or not really doing anything, probably going to be stuck and not make any progress. Okay, so definitely recommend that book. Again, The Disciplined Trader by Mark Douglas. There is no audio book. It is only a physical book. All right, let me see this. SP500. I'll quickly go over S&P. All right. This is the wrong one. XUSD. Thank you. I was really excited for that next possible crash right there. All right, let's do it. So really just reacting within the channel, and we're just gonna react with or do our analysis based off this most recent channel off the daily time frame. It's nothing too fancy. It's actually really simple as far as this analysis goes, and I'd actually say it's oversimplified. There's a lot more that you can do to figure this out. Alright, but right now it's just really bullish, so just keep looking for bullish opportunities here. If you don't get a sell signal, no reason to sell. If you get a bullish pattern, go ahead, execute off that bullish pattern. You really just gotta wait. There's nothing really telling me to do anything, at least right now, off the 4-hour time frame. The confirmations that we have are top of this channel. Top of the channel means to sell, so that's one for sell. We have an impulse pushing up, so strong bullish momentum. That's strong signal for buy. So one for sell, one for buy. Looking for a pullback, price comes back down here, test it using a bullish pattern. That's two for buy, and then you would buy, since buy is in favor over sell. But obviously that's basically my system with it. But make sure you use your own system. Don't just completely copy me, because I mean, I can be wrong too, right? Break down gold. I'm actually not gonna go over gold, at least today. There's not really at least an opportunity that I'm looking for on gold. Like, I'm really just waiting for a pullback. There's not much to talk about there. The S&P 500, you're just waiting for a signal to tell you what to do. Like, no signals there yet, so there's nothing to do, just except wait. Yeah, gold just broke out of a bullish pattern. I think it was a weekly bullish pattern, so just wait for an opportunity to enter for a buy and look for it to revisit previous high, possibly. Alright, but I appreciate you guys hopping on. Again, if you want to talk on Discord, if you have a more in-depth question, and we can even, I guess, go over gold or what you're seeing on gold on Discord as well. To get into the Discord, the link is in the description. Also, the link to my Instagram is in the description. Now, on Instagram, I don't get on Instagram, but one day maybe I will, so might as well give me a follow for when that day comes. But also, really appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead, please click the like button to let me know that you guys like these videos, and also comment in the comment section if there's anything that you think could be better about this this live stream. And if you want to keep up with the videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys later.